Everyone, we're talking about this movie again. It's two movies, actually. It's called The Christmas Chronicles. It's on Netflix. This is Cinemas. I am Peter A. DeLuca, aka Pad. I'm your host of AKAPAD's Audio Audacity. We're doing Christmas movies. We're doing movies that kind of do Christmas right. I don't think there's another two movie. Well, anyway, let's get through that intro because you hear those jingle bells, and let's just get into it. Let's talk. Cinema, Christmas, or Christmas cinema, cinemas. Welcome back. Like I said, I'm Peter. I'm your host. I'm super enthusiastic about these two movies because here's the baseline. Okay, and this is what everything else has failed at up until this point. Do I feel like this what I'm about to say? Do I feel like it can be extrapolated upon? Do I feel like it can be better? Do I feel like as Walt Disney would say, can it be plussed out? The Christmas Chronicles does the Santa Claus mythology better than any other form of fiction I've seen or read, because it explains it all. The second movie explains it deeper. We understand more of this universe, because every single Santa Claus movie, we have to explain the following. How does Santa Claus go around the globe? Where does Santa Claus's power come from? How can he do it in one night? Where do the toys come in? Where does the naughty and nice list roll in? What about Mrs. Claus? What about the elves? What about the other mystical elements surrounding the North Pole? What about the North Pole? What about the reindeer? See, it's a stack. In every single movie, The Grinch, Krampus, our next episode, which will be Tim Allen's Santa Claus, the Santa Claus, they do. Everyone, Santa Claus, the movie, the Dudley Moore, John Lithgow masterpiece. Everything does it well to a point, okay? But nothing really nails it, because we still need a level of mysticism. We need a level of wonderment. And this is a part of the prequelology or the prequel sickness that we're all a part of when we consume this level of content. Star Wars prequels, Tron Legacy, it's a pretty sizable list. Batman Begins, Wolverine Origins, Missing in Action Part 2, like the first one. It's like the more we go back and the more we explain the things that we know and ideas that we hold to be true, the more we screw it up. So it's tough to do this with something as mystical as Santa Claus, or as highly regarded. This is a similar issue when it comes to Excalibur, King Arthur. This is why during Thanksgiving, Excalibur makes that list, because no other movie, no other retelling of Excalibur or King Arthur does it as well as that movie. We can kind of echo that into this. Now, I had no idea that there was a second one of these coming. It just blew up on my on my Netflix feed. It just was all of a sudden it was boom there, and I blew my fucking mind. I'm cursing. I hardly ever curse on here. I apologize, but yeah. So this movie, I can go into these finer details of the mechanics of the mythology and how it's interconnected and how it works. But there's also Christmas plots in both of these movies. There's the second movie really shook me up in a very positive way, because we got into more about the rules with the elves, and we know more about how the elves work. We know more about how the reindeer work, and we know more about Santa's power source, which is he channels and harnesses the North Star or the Bethlehem Star. The star that gave us Jesus. So that's freaking cool. I like stuff like that. I like it when it's tied into history, and a lot of times, it's for the positive when things tie into history. It's always like, like people think it's a negative thing, and we're between two worlds here, because we're kind of in the world of a proven concept, but we're also out of a world of a proven concept. And it's confusing. It's very, very confusing because so much is new. I would kind of move that needle towards unproven concept, unproven intellectual property. I believe the Christmas Chronicles can continue. I feel like annually we should get one of these a year. This movie also stars Kurt Russell. I mean, how amazing is that? Second movie, we have Goldie Hawn as Mrs. Claus. It's phenomenal. Kurt Russell is maybe the best on-screen Santa Claus ever. It's just groundbreaking. Perfect casting. Just the idea that they trust him that much to do what they did with this movie also proves it's an unproven concept. So I don't know, people. If you really want to continue the Christmas spirit post Christmas, because a lot of cinemas is not just up to Christmas, it actually follows through Christmas, because Christmas doesn't just end on one day, it continues. So that's what cinemas is all about. So we're going to keep going. We're doing multiple drops here, but it's because I want to kind of give you guys a bunch of good ideas. Everyone has Netflix. These two films are 1001% worthy of your attention. Everyone, I love you and goodbye.